Ever had one of those days where you sit down to work, and 8 hours later, you've watched 3 documentaries about the ocean, reorganized your entire Spotify library, and somehow your actual work is more stressful than when you started? Yeah, that was my default mode. I was trying to do everything all at once, and my brain felt like a browser with 47 tabs opened, and one of them is definitely playing music, but I can't find which one, so I got desperate. I asked, who on earth has to focus under insane pressure, where a tiny mistake could mean, I don't know, missing Mars? NASA engineers. And I found out they don't just try to focus. They have a system. I stole it. And for 7 days, I tried to live by it. My problem wasn't laziness. It was mental clutter. Every assignment felt urgent. Every notification felt important. It was chaos. And chaos is what NASA Mission Control is designed to prevent before a critical mission phase. They don't just get ready. They execute something called a go-no-go poll. It's a formal checklist where every single subsystem lead reports if they are a definitive go for what's next. No maybes. No, I'm kind of working on it. It's a binary, clear, focused status update. My life had no go-no-go poll. It was all kinda going. So I adapted their protocol into 3 brutal, simple rules. Rule number 1, and this one hurt. NASA engineers don't launch a rocket and then figure out the destination. My first mistake. I'd open my laptop and think, okay, I have 4 hours. I'll do some bio, then that essay, then maybe start that math. That's a disaster recipe. So I started doing a daily launch briefing. 5 minutes every morning. I'd ask myself one question. What is today's one primary objective? Not 3. 1, the mission-critical task. For NASA, it might be execute the orbital burn. For me, Tuesday was finish the first draft of the history essay intro. That's it. Everything else became a ground task. Secondary. This did something weird to my brain. It created a tiny bubble of clarity in the chaos. I knew if I accomplished that one thing, the mission was a success. But here's where I hit a wall almost immediately. Because my mission control center, my room, was full of saboteurs. During a Mars landing, they don't have the navigation team scrolling through TikTok. There are strict communication protocols. For me, the saboteurs were my phone and my own brain trying to multitask. I implemented mission-critical focus blocks. I'd set a 45-minute timer. For that block, my primary objective was the only tab open on my computer. My phone? It went through what I called the pre-ignition sequence, which is a fancy way of saying I put it in another room on Do Not Disturb. The first time I did this, I physically twitched. I realized how often I just grabbed my phone without thinking. It was a reflex. But by removing the option, my brain, like an engineer with only one job, finally settled into the task. But this system almost failed on day 3 because of something NASA understands but productivity brothers ignore. You cannot be in Mars landing mode for 8 hours straight. It's impossible. After a critical operation, Mission Control has a debrief. They step back, analyze, and rest. I scheduled mandatory decompression. After every 45 to 90-minute focus block, I had a 15 to 20-minute debrief. But this wasn't just a break to scroll. It was intentional. I'd get up, walk, stare out the window, make tea, anything non-digital. The key was to let my brain process what I just did. This stopped the burnout creep, instead of my energy. Crashing at 2 p.m., I maintained little pulses of focus throughout the day. The debrief was the pressure release valve, and by day 7, the results shocked me. I didn't become a superhuman. I still got distracted, but the difference was containment. Before, a 5-minute Instagram break would bleed into a 50-minute rabbit hole. Now, it was confined to a scheduled debrief. My week's primary objectives. All done, and the weirdest part. I had more free time, and I felt less guilty about it. Because my work was defined, my rest became earned and intentional, not just procrastination. So, here's your launch sequence. 1. The daily briefing. What is your one primary objective today? 2. The pre-ignition sequence. Where does your phone go during a focus block? 3. The mandatory debrief. How will you truly decompress? You don't need to be a rocket scientist to focus like one. You just need a better system, then try harder. Give the mission protocol a shot for a day. What's your one-go, no-go task for tomorrow? Let me know how it goes in the comments. What's your biggest focus saboteur? For me, it's still YouTube deep dives. But now, I schedule them. See you next time.